Top 5 most underrated characters in Street Fighter 6. At number 5 is Kimberly. I think she personally is a underrated character. While she is a very good character, she really doesn't have any huge tournament wins, but also just has a lot of bad matchups like Zangief and others like Ryu and all the Shotos. And I think Mai, but other than her rough matchups, she has a really strong kit with her bombs and her setup routes, and she also has a really decent mid-range control, and that's why I have her at number 5. At number 4, I have DJ. I think DJ is heavily underrated, and maybe that's because you don't really see many DJs in higher level of play, but I think he can control the rhythm of a match very well, especially with his projectiles and how strong his combo game can be. And the fact of, if you start losing to a DJ, it can be a little bit rough at some points to get them off of their pressure game. And overall, they're just like really rough to fight if you don't know the matchup for your character. I know for my character specifically, it can be either way, but it just comes down to if you know the matchup. At number 3, I have JP. I have JP at 3 because I think he is really slept on. And I mean really slept on. Even JP players kind of sleep on him now. Now that he is in no way as strong as he once was, like during Season 0, Season 1, with his kit as strong. Like, I still think he's very strong with the kit that he has. He is still a very good character, in my opinion, even after his nerfs. If you cannot in any way get in on a JP, you just lose, in my opinion, because he wins the mid to far range game, like outright. And if we look at the latest Capcom Cup, which was Capcom Cup 11, Kakaru, a known JP player, won with him, showing that the character is still underrated after the huge nerfs, and that's why I have him at number 3. At number 2 is the roughest man in the universe to be friends with, and that's E-Honda. Honda is so underrated that most players see a Honda player and in their head they go, okay, easy money. But a good Honda will absolutely smoke you and not be sorry about it. If you go into it overconfident, he is a crazy character, especially with his like stomp that he does that he can cancel out of into EX command grab. I still think that's insane. The fact that he even has that is wow. Like, the players that found that, good on you, because I did not think he could do that. He's just also a crazy diverse character in the fact of, like, he can become the projectile, or he can just do Sumo Spirit and then get the, I believe it's 100 or 1,000 palms, smack you up, or he can just butt slam you to death. And honestly, more likely than not, usually I see people sleep on Honda players like a little bit too much, and then they will turn out to win the entire thing. Like, I'll use Arkansas for example. Arkansas has a pretty strong scene from what I understand. Their number 1 right now is a Honda, which I would have never thought in a million years could happen. But it just goes to show that I think Honda is super underrated, and Arkansas can prove that. At number freaking 1, I have the muscle mommy herself. She is underrated as hell. She is consistently getting micro buffed crazy, and she is honestly a super underrated character as far as she is just really good. As long as she's not fighting like somebody like Ryu or Ken or any of the Shotos, she is just really good. Her Gladius can break armor. She has just really good moves overall, like her bash that you can also like cancel into command grab, but that's like not really something you want to do because it's overcommitting just a little bit, and she can just decimate if you don't know the matchup. She's just so good. She was gonna be my main when I started playing Street Fighter. She's actually one of the few characters I started out learning how to play before I landed on Zangief. But she was still somehow semi-worse than Zangief at the time, because while she does have her Gladius, you can jump over to Gladius and you can do everything else. You can parry it and stuff like that. And she also doesn't have that great of an anti-air game. But other than that, I still think she's a super underrated character. I think she's really good overall, but not like any of the top 5 or like even in the top 10. But I still think she's a decent character as far as starting out, as that goes. And that has been the most underrated characters in Street Fighter 6, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And this has been Macho Magnus, signing off.